So I want to make this video about ADD and ADHD. So whether it's better to be on the pill or off the pill. I know there's a lot of different remedies out there, a lot of different theories. I'll kind of give my 2 cents, and then I'm actually going to test it as well. I've been on and off Adderall medication for decades now. So I was originally prescribed, I think in like 5th grade or something, and I looked up a study. I'm originally from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Shout out to Bob Beach. So, but apparently, I read the article. It's been a while since I read it, but it was like the #1 most prescribed. It's basically just a thing to get, kids on drugs, sell drugs. But it was the highest percentage, at least at that time, of kids on Ritalin. So I've tried a bunch of different ones over the years, and typically I've found that I'm happier overall off of it. Like, I've been off of it for a couple years now, and I've found that like being on it, just to give you my honest feedback, and I'm still curious, man. I'm still like, I don't know, because people say different things. Like, some people like me on the meds, some people like me off the meds, but it's more about like what I like or what you like, I think, about your own body and your own self. So I'm kind of curious just what you guys think, what medicine or things have worked for you or strategies. But yeah, I might shoot another one. I'm off with all ADD pills right now. I'm gonna go get a prescription though next week. Already got an appointment, so we're gonna go try that out, and then maybe I'll shoot another video like this, but like on the meds. So I've found that like, if it's something I don't want to do, the meds help me really do stuff that I do not want to do, which there's a lot that I don't want to do. So that's kind of and then that's kind of the biggest like breakthrough I think I've had. I'm sure that's not a big one to you, but for me it was. Like people do school, but it's like, who really wants to do school? It doesn't really help you out. And I have 3 sisters, and 2 of them are really good in school. Like, one's never got a B. It's about to be an orthodontist. Never taken a pill in her life. So it's kind of weird. But my other sister that I grew up with, she's on it. So it's kind of like, I don't know, man. It's tricky. It's tricky. There are definitely side effects. Like, the last thing I was taking for a long time was Adderall generic, and you definitely, for me, I definitely get like more agitated, probably more stressed. I'm generally more miserable, but I do get a lot done. So I did write a book on the meds, which I don't know if I'll be able to do it without that. But I find that once I get going off the meds, like if I just make the decision to just act and do, everything seems to work out. Like, I can sell really great off meds. I can sell great on meds too. It's just like, it's different though, but I can kind of control the energy a little bit more, the excitement in the sales realm, by having off of it. At least that's what I believe. But then I would probably work harder and longer when I'm on the meds. So I'm gonna do this test just for myself. Hey, I might even do a day on, day off, just see what I think. I mean, I know I'll pump out a lot of content for sure, but I just want to create stuff that I think is valuable, and maybe you'll think is valuable as well. As someone that's had ADD their whole life, I've had people laugh at me, all that stuff. I'm not gonna play a pity card, but it's like, what, I'm confident in who I am now. And but yeah, people try to bring you down. I mean, that's just the world. People project their insecurities onto you. My dad always wants me to take it. He says as he got older, it affected him less. But for me, I don't know. I'm older now. I mean, maybe it is less. It's hard to say. It's you can't see the picture if you're inside the frame. So that's one of the reasons I'm recording this. Hey, I'll watch one off meds, watch one on meds on the same topic, see what happens. But yeah, out on my walk. By the way, day 5, 75 hard. Your boy hit 600 classes in F45. I said that on the short, but just had to initiate that because that happened today, and only a handful of people have done that. So did that off the meds. So I found the love of my life. I was originally like on the meds, but then I basically got off them. You know, I was kind of like writing my book at the time, and I met her, and but she prefers me, my wife prefers me off the meds. You know, I'm much more myself. I say a lot less on the meds. You know, I'm quieter, I'm thinking. You know, one thing that I think that Adderall tricks you into thinking, I think it, you know, and that's something I've seen in other people, not just necessarily myself. It was in an episode of a cartoon. I can't remember the name. It might have been one of the episodes of Big Mouth or something. I only watched a couple of those. My girl loves that show though, so she always listens. Anyway, like it makes you think you're like a genius and maybe smarter than you are. Adderall does. At least that's from what I've noticed. They just, you know, you think everything you're doing is genius, but then a lot of times you end up doing work, but you get burnt out. It might not be meaningful. Like you kind of just do busy work, you know, or at least that's what I found myself doing. You know, doing a lot of things, but maybe not doing the things that move the needle, if that makes sense. So yeah, I haven't really thought about this topic too much. I'm just kind of speaking off the dome. But you know, I thought about just getting, you know, about to have a baby. I want to take my income to the next level. I mean, everything's kind of been great. So ever since I moved out to Colorado, I basically got off the meds, and I've been out here coming up on 4 years, maybe 3.5 years. So money-wise, I mean, I've made a lot of money very quickly, which allows me the freedom to do some of the things I've done, you know, without the meds. But I think I could make tons of money if I was just more consistent. But, you know, life's not all about money. You realize that when you get older. You know, it's kind of about the family. Got a kid coming the way. 3 months, kid will be here. So, yeah, my sister takes it. Adderall, just for, you know, she's got 4 kids, so she gets more done on it. So I'm curious to test. I think the Adderall's got maybe too much side effects. I think I might test a different one. Like I did Strattera back in the day, and that seemed to work really well for me, but it had a side effect. Like it wasn't an upper, it was a downer. So it made you sleepy, especially if you went out, and I was like 21, 22 at the time, making a ton of money, and then going out every night, because that's what you do at 21 and 22. That's what I did, because, you know, I didn't have a girlfriend or anything. And then, yeah, it was, yeah, you have a drink at the club, but you just want to pass out. Like I remember being at the club just like wanting to sleep all the time because it's just a downer. So like the kind of, it's like pick your poison in a way, as far as the meds and not the meds. But it definitely makes you more productive. I think, or I believe I actually can be more productive if I just make the decision. Because once I get going, like, you know, being ADD, it actually allows you to hyper focus on the things you want to focus on. You just have to focus on the right things, get on the right track, you know? So it's yeah, something to think about. I'm gonna make this video a little bit longer because I'm on the walk anyway, and I'm just gonna kind of think and talk. When I watch this back, it's gonna be like it's so scatterbrained, like here, just different points. But I'm just kind of thinking. I mean, one thing that a therapist told me one time that I thought was valuable, and this is a long time ago, so this reference made sense at the time. If you haven't seen the movie or you're younger, it might be worth a watch. It's not that good a movie, but I don't know if you remember the movie Minority Report, and what the guy said, like, it's like where they predict crimes before they happen, arrest people before the crimes actually happen. But there's these like cogs and these detectives, and there's like all these different thoughts and memories on the screen, and it's all unorganized, right? And he's like, that's the ADD mind. Like, you have all these thoughts, you're literally like picking and choosing, and you get a flash of this, flash of that. And taking the pill, this is what the therapist said, and then taking the pill actually allows you to take those thoughts and kind of put them in order, and then sit back and look at them, and then, you know, analyze them. So I always thought that was an interesting analogy. I mean, it made sense at the time. Minority Report was a hot movie, you know, Tom Cruise. But yeah, it's something to think about, man. I'm definitely gonna go on the journey, maybe experiment, because I'm on the mission to become my best self. You know, I've had people tell me, they're like, oh man, you're just better on Adderall. But then, dude, I get really like irritable, and I've definitely noticed it in other people that take it. Like, man, they are just like psycho levels of like irritability, annoyance. I mean, I'm an easily annoyed person, but I try not to let most things bother me. And, you know, whoever angers you controls you. So I like to get back to my Zen place. And I think I've gotten better as I've aged, just with my emotions, controlling them. I can still do better from time to time. My girl's really good at it. So I notice things I do around her that are, you know. Anyway. So, but yeah, ADD, to take meds or not to take them. I think if you take it like super sparingly, and that's kind of what I'm going to try to do, just take it sparingly. Because once you start taking it, I mean, in my heyday, they found out this is like way too much. But like in my heyday, I was taking 70, 80 milligrams a day. And then I moved to like 20 twice a day, because I think they like wouldn't prescribe that much anymore. But dude, you're just like an absolute maniac. But honestly, like the results are kind of similar business-wise for me, just because you'd end up working really hard, but then, I don't know, something would happen. And yeah, man. So I'm going to do another video on this topic next week. Hopefully I'll get the prescription. Gonna go see a psychiatrist. But yeah, I've been off them ever since I moved to Colorado, and probably did way too much weed out here too. I've kind of, you know, rolled that back, not doing nearly as much anymore. You know, it's just, you got the dispensaries, you're like, oh, I like the gummies. But yeah, I've cut that way back as well. So, but I am, you know, I feel great. I really do. Like, I couldn't feel any better. But, you know, it's expensive out here in Colorado, man. And I know what's possible. I know I can go to the next level. Yeah, we're on a little incline right here. I don't know if you see the mountains in the background. But, yeah, it's an interesting topic. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, if there's a pill that worked for you, if you regretted not taking it. Anything where I've looked on the internet, it's people, and I haven't looked that much, but it's an interesting topic of conversation with the amount of people that take it and don't. It's, I definitely read a lot better. Like, a lot better. Like, I don't really read that much off of Adderall at all. Like, I like to listen. Although my learning type is auditory. I think that's why I like the YouTube platform. Because I get to talk to people, then I get to listen with the, you know, the different deflections and tonality and stuff like that. So, yeah, I like, so I'm breathing a little heavier right now. But yeah, I like the audio books and stuff like that, but I won't like sit down and read a whole lot. But if I'm Adderall out, I'll read. I think I read like, I forgot how many, but it was over 100 books in a year. And these were like books that help you, like self-development books. So yeah, you can go ham. So I've definitely spent years on it and off it. I mean, what I noticed in school is, yeah, my grades went up like crazy, but I also, and I might have had it without it, but I also felt like I had more like social anxiety, just because you don't really want to talk to people. Like, you're all like jacked up, like trying to get work done. Like, I go into my class and I'm like, oh, I didn't study for this last night, but I'm on Adderall. I can just do it for like 5 minutes right before class. So I'll study it. But you just get in the zone and you get in like work. I didn't really have as many friends. I have more friends probably off of it. That's a whole nother topic for another video. But because like I really don't have that many close friends right now. But it's mostly by choice. Just because there's a certain place I want to go. I guess as you get older, I'm kind of a time snob. You get less and less time. I wear this watch. I don't know if you can see it, but I actually put the however old I am on the ticker just to kind of know I'm running out of time. But yeah, it's an interesting conversation. I want to revisit this, become my best self. Curious what you guys think. Yeah, if you like, what meds you like, on the meds, off the meds. If anybody ends up seeing this, but this is more so for myself. I can watch both videos back. I smile a lot more off the Adderall for sure. And the more you smile, the happier you are. So there's something to that. But yeah, my wife likes me off of it. I've actually been able to stay in really good shape off of it. On it, it's even easier to stay in shape because you eat less. So yeah, it's that's not really the kicker for me, but I've kind of started to realize that I don't know, I just need to build something. I'm coming into I am in the prime of my life. I always say that whenever I am, but yeah, I'm in the prime years. So I want to challenge myself this year, do things I've never done. By the way, I started the road to National Master, this chess tournament. I think I can get there like really quick. I think I'm already there. I've just been messing everybody up in chess. I'm gonna post a couple of those videos. And dude, I'm good off of Adderall and I'm good on it. I think I'm better on it, but like, I don't know. We'll see. So I'm gonna do a bunch of split tests on this, and like maybe play chess on Adderall, play it off, and then I would assume I'm better on it, but I don't know. I've been like murdering everybody off of it, so I don't think it really matters. I don't know, but there are times I do space out and make bad moves. But I mean, that's the game. We make blunders in life. It's just how it is. But thanks for coming on this walk with me. I appreciate it. But yeah, that's something I'm going to do for myself. I've decided just on this walk. I'm always like thinking of new things. I have a creative mind, and yeah, I want to create this. And I just want to know for myself. Now that I'm having a child, and like, what if they're ADD? It's like, what do I recommend? It's like, I don't know. I remember my dad gave me like too many pills once. He's like, I gave you the wrong dose. But yeah, he liked me on it. I mean, dude, I just got in less trouble in school and was quieter and did the work. But I don't know, man. It's you definitely get focused. Like if I'm doing like editing, like if I sat down and did a bunch of editing, like I feel like it could be like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Like I record off the pills and then edit everything on it, in a perfect world. But I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna definitely go talk to this. Here's a downtown Westminster right there. Get out of my draft house. By the way, we're going to look at 2 houses today, and I think I can get my own like space, my own office. They're pretty nice. One's down in Highlands Ranch. The other one's kind of by Cherry Hills, which are kind of some nice areas out here in Colorado, if you're familiar. We'll see how they are. But yeah, this ADD, it's kind of fascinating to me. Like I really don't even know the answer. Like every time I take it, not every time, because sometimes I'll just take it and I'll feel like crap. It's just, it kind of depends where you are mentally. But yeah, people definitely get addicted to it for sure. And I feel like I've been more productive, but like, I don't know if I was more confident. Like I'm more confident. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Like I've kind of go like both ways, or have their, pluses and minuses. I am kind of a fan of being, natural, just developing your mind, and that's kind of where I've been going this last 3.5 years. And I've had like some extra pills I've taken on and off just from my previous prescriptions. But yeah, I've mostly been off of it for almost 4 years. And then before that, I was on it for like 5. I was making money online and like doing stuff from home. And yeah, it was, I don't know, nothing, it doesn't really stick out that it's like super benefit on or off. I guess I'm just a guy trying to figure out life and trying to make his life better. But in my life right now, being off of it, my physical health has been great, but that's been a choice and a lot of work from myself. And then my personal relationship, I mean, I met like the best girl in the world. Technically, I guess I met her off of Adderall or on Adderall, but like I was really off of it because I wasn't really doing much except writing a book at that time. But yeah, I know this video is a little bit longer, but it's might have to be a series of videos that I kind of do. But yeah, I'll make one here in like a week or 2 on Adderall, and maybe I'll watch it back and you can see the difference. And then you'll see. So I'm gonna kind of cut this one out here, but yeah, that's my plan. I'm gonna take one. I'm gonna try to get something other than Adderall, because the side effects, I mean, I remember sometimes, I'm gonna talk about this because I didn't leave this, I left this out. So again, I'm off the Adderall, so it's hard to organize the thought. And I just started talking about this randomly. I didn't really plan it. I'm just on my walk, and I'm gonna start to shoot videos on my walk every time. Make that a habit. Most of them are gonna be a lot shorter. It's like I'm gonna record a bunch of shorts today, but hey, here we are, we're going long. But one thing I noticed, like when I was taking a lot of Adderall or like working on a project or trying to accomplish something, dude, I would be up 2 days and then I'd sleep for a day. You know, or you'd be so like day 1, you're super productive, but like that second day that you're up, you're like, you think you're productive, but you're really not at all. So it's, I know it messes with your dopamine. It's a lot to it, man. But yeah, I'm just curious. I mean, the only thing that could be better is business, but business could always be better. Am I right? So it's, I'll have to talk about that another day. But yeah, so the ADD, what to do. But I think if I can just get myself to take action and not procrastinate, because what I've found with myself is like once I got enough money in the bank is I've been going like less hard. I've been spending time with the wife and enjoying life, because I've gone through like periods of years, a bunch of different times where you just take, you know, Adderall and then just work, make plenty of money. But if you have a bunch of money and no time to actually enjoy your life, like it's demoralizing to your mentality on some levels. But I'm happy to grind, you know, for the next decade and do what we got to do. So I have been, you know, taking a little bit more action, just, you know, being off the Adderall. I've also had more time to take the action. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Sorry for the long video, but just wanted to give my thoughts. Everywhere I see, it's like you don't know who to trust. There's so many ads on Facebook and like Instagram that I see. They're just like, it's like a hot chick, and then they're like, oh yeah, my life changed, I took this pill. And I'm just like, there is just so much crap on the internet. So I just wanted to give my honest feedback of the pills and not having them. But you definitely feel like your heart beat faster. And sometimes if you got a task to do, you can get it done. But like sometimes if you don't have a task to do and you take it, like I just felt miserable, and like I've just like gone under the beds, bed covers, and like hid. And like, you know, you can't sleep because you're Adderalled out. My wife's like, you took another pill again, didn't you? I was like, yes, I feel miserable. So it's kind of been a journey at the life. Like I've been taking it just for decades, on and off, but haven't taken it for a couple years. And honestly, life is, I would honestly say life has never been better, but honestly, I think some of that has to do with, you know, I've been in pretty good physical shape, and I've also met the love of my life. So I think those two things, usually like the happier I am, you know, the better in shape I am. That's kind of why I continue to That's why I'm doing 75 hard again, getting back in shape after Thailand. But yeah, we're going down the decline now. But yeah, just curious what you guys think. I'm gonna test it out for myself and really analyze it. I think I might do it like, I kind of want to have a prescription, but do it like sparingly is kind of my goal. Because I don't want it to, because it completely changes your personality. And that's what I don't like. You know, like I feel like I could been Mr. Popular. Maybe not, probably not. Like, you know, without it. But I was always like on it and I was just so focused. I was like, schoolwork. And then it was just, yeah, it's interesting, man. It's definitely interesting, but I know I'd get a lot more done if I was on it. But just got to think about what I want the goals to be. Is it getting as much done as possible? Is that the goal? Is the goal being as happy as possible? You know, it's just kind of maybe somewhere in the middle. There, I'm just thinking out loud. I honestly haven't really thought about it. Like, I mean, I am happy. Life is good, but you know, now that I'm looking at houses, I mean, houses out here are expensive. Compared to Thailand, that's for sure. So yeah, I don't know. That's kind of why I'm like, yeah, let me get some. Let me stack up some money real quick. But yeah, those are my thoughts on ADD, ADHD. This is probably like the most, anybody watching this, probably like the most ADD video ever. But hopefully you can relate. And then we're going to shoot the other one maybe next week when I get on. Hopefully, I think I'm going to try Vyvanse. My dad's taking that, and I've heard some good things about that. They said it's got way less side effects than the Adderall generic, from what I've heard. So I'm curious to see if there's anything new in the market. It's been a long time since I got a prescription. But yeah, it's sometimes you just get a little too focused and you kind of get cracked out. So it's a debate, man. It's interesting. So I'm gonna see how it works for me. I'll let you guys know. I'm gonna test it live on camera. That way I can see the results and so can you. But yeah, I think if I just take action off of it and just create the habits. Sorry, I lost you. But I know if I just create action and do the habits, I'll kill it off of it. But the problem is, you get distracted and you don't do it. So it's it could go either way. But thanks for listening, guys. Feel free to subscribe, hit the bell, leave a comment, and I'm gonna shoot the next one just off the cuff, same thing, but like on a medication, probably next week or something like that. After I think I have my appointment here in a few days. Maybe like 5 days I got my appointment, so I'll get the pill and then just shoot one off the cuff and see how my mind is different. But there's definitely kind of advantages to both. It's kind of having like two personalities, and you like certain things about this personality, you don't like other things about this one. But I like taking it. When I did like taking it, like I didn't like taking it twice in a day. Like when you started doing multiple pills, I found that it really like kind of deteriorated my spirit. But sometimes just one, like in the morning, that was good. And ideally after a workout. So I was doing it before the workouts, but you sweat it all out of you. At least that's what people have told me. I don't know if that's true or not, but I think it is on some level. So it's better if you have a task to do it. But yeah, that's the video. So I don't want to go. Man, 30 minutes. It's probably my longest video ever. So, but it's definitely a topic I want to dive deep into and discover. And I'm just on this channel, I'm just going to talk about things and show things that I like, I'm into. That's why I'm on the road to National Master with the 2,000 rating in chess. I'm doing that anyway. I think I can get there. I did beat the Street Hustler in New Orleans. So, drunk actually. And your boy's got game. So, I'm just going to see if I can do it, which we'll see. So, I'm just going to keep challenging myself. And when you challenge yourself, you get better in life. So, I'm going to challenge myself to get to the bottom of this, not only for myself, but for friends, family, and anybody watching out there that needs the help, because it can change your life for sure, being on it. So stay tuned for that video. Go ahead and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.